Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another recommendation video for you, and this time it is man versus bear recommendations, because unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard the debate about would you choose a man or would you choose a bear to be alone with in the woods, and anyone who doesn't understand that the majority of women say the bear, I can't help you. I actually can't help you with that. I'm not going to get into the debate about it, and it's really interesting because people forget, and by people I mean most men, that yes, women know that there are good men out there, and you know, I can happily say I have men in my life who I would 100% trust to be alone with in the forest. But that is a very small amount of people compared to the majority of men in the world. So this video came about because Morgan actually shared in one of the Discord groups a photo of a bookstore that had done book recommendations for romance books based on would you choose the man or would you choose the bear. This makes me want to do a recommendation video, mostly because we're not in the middle of the debate now. I think it's died down a little bit, but my gosh, the videos that were coming out around this a couple of weeks ago were so interesting. But anyway, what I've done is I've picked 5 books where I would happily choose the man, 5 books where I would happily choose the bear, and then I have a bonus book at the end. So we're going to jump straight into it. And I've been trying to decide which one would I start with, because I feel like I need to keep them in their discrete categories. And I also feel like there's not going to be, I don't think there's going to be that many surprises in my which ones I would choose the man for over which ones I would choose the bear for. Maybe we'll start with where I would choose the man. Let's start off positive. The first book on my list, I would 100% choose Morgan from the rest of the story. He is just that kind of person who sees things that are not right and stands up for people. He doesn't do it to collect awards or accolades. He does it because it's the right thing to do. And so yes, I would 100% trust him in the forest, because he would be the person defending me from the bear and from other men. Also, Noah from Inner Jam. He is just the kind of character who does things for other people to his own detriment at times. But he is just absolutely 100% all in, would protect the ones that he loves without doubt. Without question, he would just do it. And he does do it in this book. It's funny because I had 3 books on this list where I was just hands down, yes, no, 100%, I would trust the man. Like that they weren't even question. And then it was a little bit harder to go beyond that list of 3 books, I won't lie. But I decided to go for something that I probably haven't talked about for a little while, and that is Vital Blindside, and the hero in this book is Adam. This is the 3rd book in, the Swift Hat Trick trilogy. Adam is a single dad who basically had his life upended when a woman that he had either had a one-night stand with or had been sleeping with for a little while turns up 2 years later with a son, and the son is his, and leaves the son with him. So he has to grow up really quickly and his life changes completely. And fast forward a few years later and he meets Scarlett, who is a hockey player who has just had a horrific injury, and he just falls head over heels for her. And there is a bit of an age gap. There's the single dad trope in here, but Adam is just an absolute sweetheart. Like, he is all in for Scarlett. Then I decided to go with Gardens and Ghosts and Henry. This is part of the Relic series, which is a dinosaur shifter series. So am I cheating here? I don't know. But anyway, Henry is a newly awakened dinosaur shifter. Shifters have existed for a very long time. In the past, they were dinosaurs. Most of them went dormant, and some of them have woken up in the present day and learned how to shift into humans. And so Henry is one of them, and this is his relationship with Montana, who is sort of the leader of the Relic group. And Henry is just an absolute cinnamon roll of a dinosaur. He just falls hard for Montana and is determined to win him over. But I would 100% trust him. Also, he's a dinosaur. I feel like that would be a good choice to have in your back pocket of men that you could trust. And then I'm kind of cheating because I'm going to include 2 characters with this last book, and that is Robbie and Kelly, who are the most precious cinnamon rolls to have ever cinnamon rolled in a paranormal romance story. They are both wolf shifters. So again, I feel like I'm possibly cheating a little bit here, but they are absolutely precious, and I would 100% trust them. Even when they make silly mistakes, I think they figure themselves out by the end of this book. Which then brings me to the list of 100% I would choose the bear over these characters. So the first one is Lachlan from Until I Get You by Contreras, because hello, walking red flag. I totally get that he's upset that something happened in the past that he doesn't understand, but he's spent most of his life thinking that the woman that he is pursuing and / stalking is responsible for all of his bad life choices. She is not. She is not. And stalking her and forcing her to like you again so you can get your revenge, not cool. Not cool at all. So no, sorry. I'll choose the bear. Then there is Dario from Run, Posy, Run by Cate Wells, which is a book that I love. But Dario, 100% I would take the bear. Honestly, he's like the finance guy for a mafia mob group, and the way he treats Posy, not cool at all. And this is the thing with sort of those dark romances where you go, yeah, okay, I understand the premise of the book and why it's set up that way. Totally fine. But if I was left alone with him in the woods, hell no. Please give me the bear. Then Jafar from Desperate Measures by Katee Robert. Absolutely not. No way. No thank you. No, I'll take the bear. Then Alex from Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is a bit like Until I Get You by Claire Contreras. Very controlling, very possessive kind of guy. No, we don't need that in our lives. Don't trust that. And then I can't remember his name because I couldn't find the book to go and find it, but this is a major side character in a book from Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And that is the ice skating partner of our female protagonist, who is incredibly controlling and an absolute walking red flag, who purposely injures himself to cause issues at the ice rink and then gaslights his partner the entire time. When I tell you I have never disliked a character as much as I disliked him, and he is a side character. And I remember when I was buddy reading this, we talked about how the fact that I wanted to throw the book across the room because I hated him so much, and I would 100% not want to be left alone in any space whatsoever with this man. That was very heated of me, but that's how much he annoyed me. So much. So much. Calm down, Steph. The next book is my 100% absolute cheat book, and this is because I get to choose the man and the bear, and that is Valentin from Silver Silence by Nalini Singh, which is the first book in the Side Trinity series, which is the spin-off from the Side Changeling series. And Valentin is the head of the bear changeling clan in Russia. He is just an absolute delight of a man, and 100% of a reason why you would choose the bear and the man. Just saying, if you haven't read this book, it's great. And I should say the majority of the bears in this book are also phenomenal. This is where you can have the best of both worlds. And that, my friends, is my man or bear recommendations, which is the most ridiculous recommendation list that I could possibly think of to come up with. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. In the comments, I would love to know your recommendations for which books would you choose the man over the bear and which ones would you choose the bear over the man. I think this is a really interesting way to pick the books because I also think that it is a good way to have a commentary, and I know I haven't talked about it a lot, that yes, we have dark romance books, and yes, we have problematic characters, and yes, we can enjoy those books while recognizing that they are problematic and that if we met them in real life, we would run screaming in the other direction. While I do think some people do glorify those character types, I don't think the majority of romance readers do. I think most people, and yes, that's a generalization, I think most people recognize the reason that we probably explore darker books is because we want to explore those things in a safe way. It does not mean that that is what we expect in real life, and we should not expect that in real life, because fiction is fiction for a reason, and fiction has always existed to help us work through things, right? I say that as someone who really does not reach for dark romance very often because it's not my thing, and I will only read particular authors who I trust to do it, and that's okay. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and well, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you next time.